But as I said in the open, as one door closes, another swings wide open, because I first guessed Deuce Vaughn. You can second guess me and say I'm overreacting. You can say I'm jinxing. You can say I'm damning young Deuce with fame praise, not faint praise, but fame praise, because I'm already predicting fame for this little big man. Deuce Vaughn is 5'5", listed 176 pounds. When you see the practice tape, the camp tape of him out of practice, he looks like a peewee football player playing with grown men. But I first guessed it. The moment they took him in the 6th round, I tweeted, they just stole Deuce Vaughn. I am the biggest fan. I am the biggest believer. I know I just saw one preseason game, only the first one. But I saw special. I'm going way out to the end of the limb to tell you I saw catalyst. I saw spark plug. I saw fire starter. I saw key play, big play, playmaker, because I've seen it for the last 3 years at Kansas State. I watched a whole lot of Kansas State. Unfortunately, I watched a whole lot of Kansas State against my Oklahoma Sooners. And little Deuce got loose against my Sooners again and again and again. All he did was produce against my Sooners, against the Big 12, against everybody he played, including Alabama in last year's bowl game. They could not contain Deuce from getting loose. He's a very gifted little football player. He is dynamite in a very small package that works. I'm not saying he's going to beat out Tony Pollard, because Tony Pollard made the Pro Bowl last year. Tony Pollard had a breakout season. Tony Pollard is the realest deal. Tony Pollard has some jets. I'm talking about icing on a cake that's already being baked. I'm talking about the sweetest icing you could ever put on the cake, because I've seen this happen before, where some player comes out of nowhere as a rookie and ignites an entire football team on offense and defense. The whole team starts waiting for this little man to make a play. And I'm predicting right here, right now, it's going to happen this year for my Cowboys with this rookie back. A 6th round pick at 5'5", 176 pounds. He translates. He already translated against Jacksonville. Did you see the 40-yard run that he made? Did you see what he did to the Jacksonville safety? Boop. And the safety runs into the corner head on, nearly wiped out each other. It was enemy, it was like friendly fire. What? I saw it. I knew it would translate, but I had to see it on a football. I don't care if they're 4th stringers. They're NFL players. Trust me, he works. All you have to do is trust the numbers that you saw at Kansas State. He led the nation last year in total yards, in combined rush pass yards. Almost 2,000 yards. 5.8 yards per touch last year at Kansas State. Every time he touched the ball, that's what happened. Look at his career yards at Kansas State. It's almost 5,000 yards. 6.4 yards per touch. Think about that. Per touch. Every time he touched the ball in 3 years of college football, he averaged 6.4 yards per touch. He scored 43 touchdowns because he can run it, and he can run it between the tackles, and he can catch it. Dak Prescott said last week at Cowboy camp that Deuce Vaughn just might have the best hands on the team. I said this on draft day. I said he can flat out catch it. I know he's got a very small sort of radius and catch base and rate where it's just hard for him to be taller than 5'5", but if you get it in his vicinity, if he gets one hand on it, he'll catch it. If he gets both hands on it, it's money. He runs between the tackles because there's a little bit of Emmitt Smith operating. Not that Emmitt was this small. Emmitt went 5'9", 205-ish maybe. But Emmitt had the same concept operating because he was so small behind his elephant offensive line that with Emmitt, he got lower, he ducked, he darted, and suddenly he's into the secondary, and you can't find him until he's 6 yards clear. Emmitt timed 4.6 in the 40. Deuce is 4.5. It's fast enough. I never saw Emmitt Smith get caught with a football under his arm. He had what's called football speed. Deuce has football speed and, more important, quickness. And he's just as effective ducking and darting between the tackles as he is on any kind of sweep or screen or little pop pass on third down. I hope you enjoyed that video. You ready for more? Make sure you click that subscribe button for all the exclusive content from the Skip Bayless Show. And don't forget to check out the full episode of the show wherever you get your podcasts by clicking the link in the description.